check. Let's confirm before. It's okay for a few minutes.
2 seconds.
Yeah, now I've got the message. Meeting is now streaming live on Facebook. So, yes, perfect. We are live. Perfect. All right. So, first of all, sorry for the glitch, and this is for my Zoom participants out here. And those of you on Facebook, you are brand new, so nothing happened. My name is Umesh Perwani, and I am super excited with the excitement of a 4-year-old in each and every encounter that I have with these wizards who join us from all walks of life. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the most awaited WOW webinar series episodes 4 is here. Your much awaited health and wellness, something that is a top concern for everybody. So we are ready and we are streaming and we are live. We've had thousands of views earlier, and again we are anticipating a lot of views. And again, as promised, we have power packed this entire webinar for you. We have put together a kaleidoscope of wonderful speakers, experts in their fields, and they're going to come here and they're going to, without withholding any information, share with you their nuggets of wisdom. They're going to share with you their knowledge and things that you can immediately put into practice to see a drastic dynamic change in your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Umesh Firwani. I'm going to be your host, and those I have hosted over 1,300 live events all across 37 countries. And now I'm learning the new normal of being a host online, and I'm absolutely loving it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the WOW webinar series. Yes, WOW is now digital. This has been conceptualized and designed by none other than the founder, Shobha Arya. Thank you, Shobha, for this lovely creation.
You're welcome, Umesh, and my pleasure that I'm also learning the new normal norms and going digital, need of the hour. And so are we going ahead.
Absolutely. I love it. Especially when these glitches happen, it just, kind of brings, at least I feel, it brings you back to ground, because there comes a time when you start feeling that I know everything. And then your, online platform says, wait a minute, who are you talking to? So WOW Events and Lifestyle is now digital. WOW has been conducting events for the last 15 years, and they have made their name with loads of effort and integrity of Shobha Arya. She holds vast experience in events marketing, besides being a spiritual catalyst and a coach and guide to many. She's a very, very positive person, and she has decided to come full on in the online arena. She'll be organizing conferences, webinars, virtual parties, music, dance events, DJ nights. There is no stopping Shobha.
I am unstoppable.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I welcome our esteemed panel of speakers, let me also introduce you to another man. Some of you know him as a top-notch travel agent, others as an ace wedding planner. He's a board member of several organizations and who has used his broad reach and global network to help the Sindhi community to provide many social services. And introducing you to, and before I take his name, let me also tell you that Pradeep is being the person responsible for me to traveling to quite a few number of countries to host shows. He sent me to Uganda, he sent me to Saint Martin, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Bangkok, you name it. And, most of the countries I have done shows for Pradeep over there. So I'd like to invite Pradeep Gidwani. Pradeep, can you say hi to our participants over here? We just have to unmute Pradeep.
He is unmuted.
No, he's still muted. Still muted.
He needs to unmute himself. Pradeep?
Yeah, just unmute him. Unmute yourself, Pradeep.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. I think Umesh has all given all the introduction about me already. Don't need to talk too much, but definitely, I'm sure you all will have a lovely evening today. It's a very good topic on health and fitness, which of course you can all see me roly-poly, and actually I'm the one who actually needs it, and be prepared, all the speakers, that I'll be asking you quite a few questions today, and have a great evening and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pradeep. Thank you so much. Also, at this point, I'd like to acknowledge the selfless and helpful efforts of Tina Gidwani, who is Pradeep's daughter, Isha Arya, who is Shobha's daughter, and Shweta Ferwani, my better half, because they have put in their selfless efforts in organizing and taking care of the nitty-gritties that go into organizing and taking care of something of this magnitude. So just a few rules first to make and enhance the entire experience of this webinar, since it is education focused, since it is knowledge focused, since it is wisdom focused. So we need to make sure and ensure that these rules are followed. So all the participants who are not non-speakers, please requesting you that keep your cameras and your mic switched off during the entire webinar, because that creates a lot of chatter in the main screen, and that takes away the sound quality of the entire webinar. So we've put that on automatic, but still there's a Zoom glitch going on where some participants are unmuted and their camera is switched on. So please do that. Also, like I mentioned to you, you must have guessed by now by looking at my screen, the topic is health and wellness. Of course, health and wellness is on everybody's mind. It's the number one priority right now, especially the current scenario in the last 6 months, where people are completely taken aback and taken by surprise and shock at the turn of events. Nobody on this planet anticipated any, having any clue of the magnitude of this unforeseeable problem. And things have gone from bad to super worse, but nevertheless, our positivity is intact. So what we can do, I always believe, is to use active knowledge, using the knowledge and actively applying it to enhance our wisdom. So for that, we have lined up for you today some wonderful, wonderful speakers. This is a kaleidoscope of renowned names in the health, fitness, and wellness industry. A topic, like I mentioned to you once again, is health and wellness. Speakers who are lined up for today are Miss Drishti Desai. Drishti, if you could just say a hi to everybody, please.
Hi everyone. Good evening.
Welcome, Drishti. We are honored to have you with us. Mr. Sandeep Lagu, are you with us?
No, he's just gone for 5 minutes.
All right. So, Miss Anjali Rajwani.
I'm back.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Sandeep Lagu, if you could just say a hi to everybody, please.
Namaste to everyone. And my video is off for some reason. I don't know.
Shobha will
Let
just
me
take care of that.
Let me check. 1 second. Yes, it's on.
Excellent.
Yeah. There is a request from you. Namaste to everyone. Thank you, Shobhaji. Thank you, Umesh.
You're welcome.
Good evening
Thank
to
you.
everyone once again. And I guess I'm the second number speaker, so I will keep quiet for some time.
Thank you so much, Sandeep ji. We are anticipating each and every one of our speakers with your, wonderful advice that is going to be forthcoming. We are absolutely excited about that. So thank you for joining us. And our third speaker that we have for us today is Miss Anjali Rajwani. Anjali, if you could say a quick hi to everybody.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much, Umesh. Thank you so much, Shobha, and thank you for having me on this platform to explain the unique concept of numbers with health. It's very interesting and very doable.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anjali. And without wasting any more time, let me welcome our first speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker is Drishti Desai. Drishti is a clinical nutritionist. She's a weight loss expert, a certified diabetes educator, and also the founder of a lifestyle clinic called Flabulous You. Oh, wow. I love the play on words over here. Drishti, it's just perfect. Flabulous You, Drishti. So if you could very quickly say a hi to everybody, Drishti.
Hi everyone. Good evening, and thank you, Umesh, for the introduction.
The Fabulous You has created Flabulous You. Wow. Amazing, Drishti. Great going, and we are looking forward to your conversation with us. Also, like I mentioned to you that please keep your mics and your cameras switched off for the benefit of all. So without much ado, let's welcome Drishti. Drishti, the stage is all yours.
Welcome, Drishti.
Thank you, Shobha ma'am. Thank you so much for having me on your platform. And of course, without wasting much time, let me get started. You know, I love talking about food, health, nutrition, mainly food. I'll keep health and nutrition secondary. Okay, but now, since as Umesh said, that so much has been happening, you know, on everybody's mind, it's only health and nutrition and how to build up on your immunity. So, of course, we know that immunity is something that cannot be, you know, built overnight. It does take a little time to work on your immunity, but you have to make sure that you're eating so well, and you know, you have to up your game basically. So first thing I always say is, for your immunity to be up, please don't follow any fad diets for now. This is not the time. You have to make sure that whatever you're eating is a part of your lifestyle. Okay, so the very first thing I would tell you is include all the food groups in your diet. From your cereals and grains, that is your roti, rice, rajgira roti, jawar roti, nachni, whatever you have at home available, please make it a part of your daily routine. The second one is your protein. Extremely important, especially for the vegetarians out there who are listening to me. Dals, pulses have to be a part of your diet. Also milk and milk products, very, very important. Or they are all the first class protein. So it has to be a part of your diet. And for the non-vegetarians out there, you have eggs, you have fish, and you have lean meat. Okay, now when I say protein, please don't misunderstand me to talk about red meat and shellfish. We're not getting into that. The third thing is your fruits, you have your vegetables, and then last, you have your nuts and oil seeds. Okay, that is good fat in your diet, which means you have your ghee, you have your healthy cooking oils, you have nuts and oil seeds like almonds, walnuts, you have flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, all of that. So make sure this is all a part of your daily routine at home now. Now, once we know that this is the food we have to eat to up our immunity, the next one is our superfood. So basically, I think all the superfoods come from a traditional Indian kitchen, okay, which is now given fancy names like turmeric latte, etc. But of course, we have been using haldi since ages and ages, okay? So please make sure it is a part of your diet. You have to include ginger, you have to include haldi, black pepper, all of this in your diet. Now, why? So one tip I want to give to all of you who are listening to me is, why I say always mix turmeric and black pepper together is because turmeric has an active ingredient called curcumin. Okay, so when it is had in combination with black pepper, it boosts up your immunity even more. So make sure that these two spices are had together. So you can include it as a kada, and now there is also something called fancy turmeric laddus, which people are making at home. So you can also try that. Thirdly, I want to talk about supplements. Now, we have been seeing a lot of people, you know, they're just popping supplements saying that, oh, my immunity is going to build up. So one very important point here is, please don't just take supplements because your friend or your relative is taking that. Make sure that you've taken advice from your physician, you know, on the dosage and which form you have to take. So you get chewable tablets, you get effervescence, you get so many more things. So you have to keep in mind what suits your body the best. So coming to your vitamins, my top three, okay, the first one is going to be vitamin D. And I keep telling everyone who I tell about vitamin D is that it's not just a vitamin, it's a hormone. Yes, as per your recent studies, vitamin D is a hormone, which means that it not just is very great for your bones and for your teeth, but it's also actually known to switch on and switch off your immune system. So it can actually protect you from any kind of cold, flu, or cough. The second one is your vitamin C. So make sure you include all your bell peppers, lime, kiwi, whatever is, you know, seasonal and available in fruits. Please make sure you're including that. And of course, lastly, you have a vitamin B12. Again, for all the vegetarians out there, very, very essential. It's mainly found only in eggs and non-veg. So you do need supplementation. And what about our minerals? Let me not forget that. We have zinc, we have selenium, we have magnesium. Three most important ones to boost your immunity. Of course, they are very well found in nuts and seeds. But again, as I say, you do need a small dosage of supplementation. So these were all the things that we, you know that is going to build up your immunity. I spoke about food, spices, and your supplements. Now, there are two things, okay, that actually go against your immunity. The first one is anything that's coming out of a packet or a box, okay, which is high in salt, high in sugar, is going to reduce your immunity. In fact, again, as per recent studies, to what I have been reading, is at least 2 tablespoons of sugar is going to decrease your immunity by 2 hours. Okay, so be very particular in your sugar intake, what you're taking. But when I'm talking about sugar intake, please make sure that you're going for more natural sources of sugar, including fruits, dates. You have brown jaggery, all of that. So stay away from refined sugar is what I'm trying to say. And the second one is stress, because I think, sitting at home, looking at the news, and so many Umesh, can you
Yes.
see me?
Sorry.
Can you see me? Because I think the video has disabled for some reason.
Yes, I think some issue with your net connection possibly. I
No,
can't see you also.
no.
So let me just Shobha, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Shobha, I can't see Drishti. So also
Even I cannot see Drishti.
yeah, her camera has been switched off by some.
No. It says that the host has disabled it. So
Okay,
I
so
No.
Shobha, just check.
Just checking, okay?
Yeah, Drishti's camera has been disabled. It's showing. Those watching this live stream on Facebook, we apologize for this glitch. There is some glitch happening right now, which we are just working on. It will just take us a few seconds to sort out. And our favorite speaker, Drishti, is going to be back with us in just a few seconds. We're just trying to work this out. And sorry about what's happening, but thank you for your patience. Yeah, Drishti, you're back. Welcome
yes.
back.
So I'm just going to quickly wind up my topic. I've almost covered everything. So as I said, please don't stress. Please stop watching the news again and again. Okay, because when you stress, you release cortisol, which automatically decreases your immunity and your immune system. So please don't stress. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Eat well. Please make sure you're eating whatever I have spoken about. And I think we're good to take any questions from our viewers and listeners.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Rishi. That was very insightful and power packed. You've absolutely covered everything and you've kept it so concise and precise. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Drishti. But we also request you to stay around because our question answers round is scheduled for the end of the event where we're going to open question and answers. And I'm sure our listeners have a ton of questions for you. So please do hang around with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Drishti. I hope all of you watching this on Zoom and on Facebook have got some wonderful, advice and knowledge. Now it depends on you to put that knowledge into work and apply it where it becomes wisdom. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting any more time, next we have lined up for you Mr. Sandeep Lagu, who is an integrative breathing therapist. As Drishti very rightly mentioned just a few minutes back, that stress is a huge player in our immunity, and if it's directly proportional to the amount of stress that we lose our immunity. We have Sandeep Lagu with us, who is an integrative breathing therapist, who's and also a wellness consultant and body mind coach. I had mentioned in our earlier webinars that there is a very, very strong body-mind connection, which even our scientists today have proven. It is I'm not talking esoteric, or I'm not talking anything out of the blue or spiritual. This is a physical scientific proof. There is a body mind connection, and Sandeep is a body mind coach. He's having an experience, a vast experience of teaching yoga from the past 35 years. He has guided people successfully all across the globe find a healthy mind and a healthy body. Currently, he's training online. He's conducting online classes on transcendental breathwork and meditation. He says it always takes time and efforts to create better, stronger, and healthier version of yourself. So, Sandeep, thank you so much. Welcome, and we are all ears.
Thank you, Mr. Umesh, and thank you, Shobhaji, for giving me an opportunity to discuss the most important activity of our life. Without food, we can survive for about few days, 10 days, maybe. But without breathing, we cannot survive more than few minutes. So breathing that way is important. I'm very thankful to Drushti Desai also. Drushti ji, you have given a good insight and good information. It was wonderful to listen to you. So taking that thread, I will continue my speech. When we talk about food, I categorize food into three categories: food, good food, and intelligent food. Food everyone is eating. Few people know about good food, and very rarely you will find people who knows intelligent food. So food, we all love food. The one who loves food, we call them foodie. We all do not love breathing equally. In reality, we always think about food first, right? So what are the basic instincts? Ahar, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha. But we all know that deep down inside, breathing is the primary source of energy. And not only breathing is the primary source of energy, but it is a primary source of healing. So it can heal your body. It can reverse even the process of aging to a certain extent. So we are not here to discuss the importance of breathing. We just want to know the many advantages of breathing. We know that if I stop my breathing, I will not survive. So having said that, how many times in a minute we do inhale and exhale? Any guess, Mr. Umesh? How many times, Jobaji? Any answer for this? Let's make it interactive. So most of the time we do not know that. If you Google it, it will say 15 times, 15 rounds a minute. If you inhale and if you exhale, you are pretty normal. But now if you want to go for the healing patterns, you have to slow it down. If it is for about 15 times a minute, that means we inhale and exhale for 21,600 times a day, right? And some people are here, I can see they are 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. So they are doing this from last 40 years, 50 years, and 60 years. We are very thankless about it. Breathing is automatic, but we can change breathing manually also. For that matter, I will just ask you to exhale by mouth, and you will come to know you can really exhale a long, long way. We call it a birthday breathing. We all talk about stress. Stress is a part of life. So in my sessions, I never advise people not to take stress. I always advise people to exhale longer. If you just exhale longer, you are taking care of the stress. The stress will not have any influence on our body organs and our systems. You know what? There is no lockdown for heart. It happens only once in the last time. Okay? And that's complete disconnection. As we get disconnected from our breathing, we have not given enough respect to our breathing. We have not given enough importance to our breathing. We are getting also disconnected from nature. Did you ever thank a tree nearby with love? Because trees are giving us oxygen. We are living our life in a deep ignorance. We have totally misunderstood our priorities. So we have a breathing class, and this breathing class sounds like a strange idea. Now I'm going to teach you breathing, right? What are the breathing class benefits? There are physical benefits, there are emotional benefits, there are spiritual benefits. Definitely, this decreases stress, increases calm. It is a good pain reliever. It stimulates the lymphatic system, which is responsible for detoxifies the body. It improves immunity. Dushtiji just said, everyone is now talking about immunity. People don't want this virus to enter their bodies. Immunity is your defense. So what kind of a breathing? Is there any particular pattern to build up the immunity, to make immunity strong? Yes, there are a few patterns. It increases your energy levels, stamina. Is there any pattern for it? Yes, there is. It lowers your blood pressure. It improves your digestion. And finally, it is good for kind of an anti-aging dose, right? There are some emotional benefits also. The breathing patterns, if you do it correctly, it will take you to the meditative state. It improves your focus. It improves your understanding and relationship towards life, towards people around you. It improves the capacity to manage stress. The stress is not the victim actually. We are not good enough to manage stress. If you learn how to manage stress, if we can upgrade ourselves through meditation, stress is nothing. And stress is going to be part of your life. All right. So is there any breathing forms, any relationship between our mind and body? Yes. We call it breathing is exactly the bridge between your mind and body. In English, they say dead person never thinks. All right. Just now, Mr. Umesh said there is a mind and body relationship. I can give a few examples. Like I can give 3 stages of mind. I can say more mind, then you have less mind, and then you have zero mind. So in more mind, I can say you're stressed up, there's a fear, 100 thoughts per minute, you're panic, there's a frustration, depression, or maybe you are in a state of anger for that matter, right? What are the noticeable changes whenever you have a more mind? You are physically restless whenever you have a more mind situation. You're upset, you're disturbed. Am I right?
Yes.
Let's talk about less mind situation. Whenever you are doing your favorite job, whenever you are listening to music, you're watching your favorite movie, you're talking to your best friend, probably you are into the less mind situation. The less mind situation has a less influence on your body organs. See, in the state of fear, what happens to your heart rate? It is bouncing, right? In a stressful situation, your heart rate, your digestion is all tossed up. In less mind situation, you are a little better. But what will happen to the zero mind? Total stillness. Exactly opposite of physical and emotional restlessness. Can we achieve that? Yes. If you can just slow down your breathing consciously, intentionally, if you can just bring some music to your breathing, some pattern to your breathing, some rhythm to your breathing, you can achieve zero mind and stillness. You know what? What is happening in zero mind? In zero mind state, all your systems and organs are functioning efficiently. Hence, you generate health, health and harmony. I want you to do some experiments also, if we have enough time.
Absolutely, we have enough time, sir. We are all ears. Please go ahead.
Is it possible for me to share my screen? Is it possible?
Yes, you can. Shobha, if you could just,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
please do that.
Because I can go on talking about mangoes, but if you eat mango, if you experience the taste of mango, then I don't need to talk about mangoes, right? Then you are in love with mangoes. Then you want to eat more.
Absolutely.
Then next time you will say, sir, just don't talk about mangoes. Just keep giving us mangoes on consistent basis. Okay. Am I allowed to share? Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, yes.
Yes,
Shobha
yes,
has
yes.
enabled your screen sharing, sir.
Thank
Yes.
you very much. We started. Let us have a very simple experiment. Everyone here, you are just
Yes.
going to exhale by mouth more than 10 to 15 seconds. And while doing that, close your eyes and watch what is happening to the mind. Okay. Take a deep breath. Start. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Some people may find it a little difficult. Doesn't matter. Don't force. Some people will say, I can exhale more than 20 seconds. You know what? If you exhale more than 30 seconds, there is a possibility that you will live 100 years of life. I'm just playing this clip. Listen to me.
So what is the
Watch.
maximum life a human being can
Can you
live?
hear it?
See, in normal human being, I don't know what the medical science says, please tell me, I'm not conscious about that. Normally we see that by our own experience, a human being breathes between 12 to 15 times per minute. Is that the understanding? If you're breathing 15 times per minute, you're breathing 21,600 times per minute. 21,600 is not just an accidental number that you have arrived at. 21,600 is the number of nautical miles across the equator. And for every longitude that you have, between one longitude and the next longitude, the space is 60 nautical miles. This is considered as a minute. Anybody who's an aviator or a navigator knows this. We call the space as a minute because that's 1 minute. And our breath and the cycles of the planet are very closely connected. If we drop our breathing to 12 on an average, suppose by doing the right kind of practices, you bring your breath to 12, we say you will live up to 108 years of age. If you drop your breath to 9, we say you will live up to 124 years of age. If you drop your breath to 6, we say you will live up to 164 years. If somebody comes to a state where they come to a static breath, no breath for long periods of time, that means it's almost like you're hibernating and being reborn. Such a person, we call him a nirmanakaya, that means he recreates his own body. He goes into hibernation states and recreates his body. For him, we don't fix a time span, it is his choice how long he lives. Till he has a certain purpose, he may live and he will die when he's well. He will not.
All right. So just imagine your 100th birthday, everyone, and you want to blow 100 candles in front of you. And let's do this for 5 rounds and just experiment and experience what is happening to your mind. So I want to prove a point here that your breathing slowness has a relationship with your mind. Some people will find their mind is less, and some people will find their mind is almost disappear. Okay, so take a breath and 100 candles in front of you. Inhale. If you cannot do more than 20 seconds, it is absolutely fine. Don't force. This is just the first time probably some people are doing here. Don't create any pressure situation. This is just a casual experiment. Another 2 rounds. And do it sincerely. Your breathing, you are responsible for your breathing, no one else. Even if you say, I have a better half, but ultimately she will not do breathing for you, right? You have to do your breathing. And if you realize this deep down inside, I am responsible for my breathing, the second important realization is coming to your way. That is, I am responsible for my happiness and I am too responsible for my unhappiness. And then your mind is most stable. You don't blame others. You just want to improve. All right, if you have finished your round, just close your eyes and observe the changes to your head region first, the center of your forehead, the center of your throat. This is exactly what I mean. How to bring smile to your brain, how to bring smile to your throat, how to bring smile to your lungs. You know what, this COVID virus, why it is famous? He is interested in eating your lungs cavities. So I asked when in other webinar to a panel of doctors, what is exactly happening after this infection? He said, Sandeep, normally our lungs are like sponge. Okay. After this infection, the lungs are becoming like thermocol. So your oxygen percentage is going to go down. So you need an artificial oxygen mask. If that is also not helping you, probably they need a ventilator. So you cannot do your breathing. So the ventilator is a machine which is doing your breathing. We all know that. So it is our responsibility to keep our lungs elastic. So my second breathing pattern is, I call it a first gear breathing. Yes. And just imagine you're expanding your lungs, you're relaxing your lungs. Yes, Umesh, absolutely right. So this is going to keep your lungs flexible. There is a saying in English, if you don't use, you lose. Right? You bring a brand new Mercedes car and keep it in the garage. And after 6 months, if you try to start it, it is no more Mercedes. So lungs and chest muscles, you have to use every day morning. Like sometimes I tell my friends, you have to become Shah Rukh Khan every morning like this. Take a deep breath like Shah Rukh and exhale as if you are a part of Yash Raj films. You are running behind Priyanka Chopra in Switzerland. Okay, that will probably give you happiness to your mind. And because you are in Switzerland, your breathing also will be nice. So this is the second exercise. The first one is just enjoy your birthday every day. As soon as you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, wow, this is my birthday. Why every day? I say enjoy your birthday every 1 hour. High spirit. You will on a different high, right? On birthdays, we are on a different high. People are wishing us happy returns of the day. Our friends, our best friends, our relatives, they are always, they're bringing gifts to us. There's a party mood. So you should be on that kind of a high. Live life like that. Every moment, celebration. Okay. And that is out of choicelessness, because we do not know what is happening next moment. So why not to make this moment best? So remember, guys, every 1 hour, 2-3 times, you can set reminders in your watches, on your smartphones. See, the phone is phone. You have to become smart. Then your phone will become smartphone. All right. So reminders, set reminders, and tell your friends, this is something very important meeting for me. Fine. Second exercise we learn, whenever you feel upset, disturbed, I call it first gear breathing, I am very much emotionally disturbed, fear, or I saw a very wild dream.
Are they unmuted?
Okay, maybe for about 20 seconds, you're good, absolutely. And the third and final, I'm just going to have this experiment and then I will stop I'm going to play a music track, So we are going to bring music. If you have a good rhythm sense, I'm sure definitely you're going to enjoy. It is for 2 minutes only. I call it a 2-minute meditation because whenever I say you need to meditate, people say, sir, we do not have time, 40 minutes. Okay, then you have 2 minutes. Maggie meditation. Okay, everyone loves
That's a good one, Sandeep. Maggie
So
meditation.
Maggie meditation. Okay. So I'm
Yes.
just going to play this track and you will be in a different zone. Can you hear?
No, you'll have to make it louder, I think.
Okay. And
Better.
this is music, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Close your eyes. Inhale, exhale. 1, chest expanding, relaxing. Inhale, exhale, exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do it joyfully. Inhale like a dance. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's double. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Do it gracefully. Inhale. 2, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, let's restart. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3. Just remain quiet for a few seconds and try and observe the changes to your brain, to your throat, to your chest. Enjoy this silence and save this silence so that you can recall anytime, anywhere you want. This silence is very precious. This is medicinal. The word medicine and meditation arrive from the same root. Remember this. You may open your eyes. And if you are feeling good, you can repeat it whenever, wherever you can. Thank you for your time.
Wow. Wow. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely. Very, very nice 2-minute Maggie meditation.
We
I'd
love,
just like to add over here, those of you who are
we all
watching,
love food, right? So
Yes.
I have a 50-50 meditation also.
No, but this is very nice because a lot of people really don't want to invest their time of 45 minutes and 1 hour for meditation. So at
You
least this
said
is
it,
a
you
quick,
said it right. You use the right word, invest.
yes.
And the word investment has a deep relationship with the word profit. If you see profit, then only you're interested. If I tell you,
Absolutely.
give me your money, I will give you a big loss. You will never come to me.
Right.
But if I tell you, I will give you guaranteed returns, 40% per annum, you will give me all your money, right? So there has to be a
Absolutely.
promise and profit in your theory. And breathing you are doing. I'm just asking you to just slow down a bit, bring a rhythm in your breathing, be joyful, be musical, and your life will become musical. Because
One
breathing is
is to
life.
nine, Brahmari.
Sorry. Okay.
Very well said, Sandeep.
wow. Also, sorry to interrupt. Over here, Rohini Patil, if you could please, mute your mic. There's a lot of disturbance coming in. Once again, those who have joined in a little late, requesting you all to keep your mics switched off unless you're a speaker, because that creates a lot of disturbance in the session and takes away from the quality of the session. We thank you for your acknowledgement and, of course, abiding by the rules. Thank you so much. So coming back to Sri Sandeep Lagu, sir, I have no words, and I've hosted over 1,300 shows all across 37 countries, and very rarely do I get the opportunity to do this, and I'm going to do this now. I'm going to clap for you because mostly I'm on stage and the audience does that, but I'm telling you, you had us all absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
yeah.
Wonderful session, Sandeep.
Uh,
Wonderful
I will
session.
request Mr. Umesh, you can join one of my longer sessions because I know there are other speakers and we have these classes on a regular basis. There are many batches, beginners, then moderate, masters. You can please join. There is a number written
Yes.
on my screen. You
So,
can note it
Umesh,
down if you
I
want.
have joined one of his class, Sandeep's class, the morning session, and it was a really, really wonderful experience. I mean, if you have to start your morning, I think the breath work is the thing that we need to start with because it calms your mind for the whole day.
I just want to thank Dr. Anita Daswani also. I see her here and
Yes.
she is a very regular. If you want to say something, Dr. Daswani, please, if you
Shobha, you
can
could
add few
unmute her.
words.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw her
unmuted.
name here. And she is a very, very celebrity doctor, we all know.
Absolutely. Last week she was with us
Oh,
as one
yeah.
of our speakers. Yes.
Dr. Anita,
There
could you
we are.
please add few words?
I think we should cut off the celebrity, okay, because it doesn't go with us, okay. But I have to say that I've known Sandeep for a long time. Unfortunately, due to distance and time, and I was unable to continue. And the minute he started this online, so pandemics and COVIDs have a lot of positives also. So we need to look at it from that point of view. And his breathing class is amazing. I mean, I just wait, I look forward, and I requested him, in fact, to do it more frequently. And what I like about it is that it's very, very approachable, very reachable, very doable. There's no pressure. I mean, if you feel, like he always says, if there's any dizziness or if there's slight headache or any different sensation which anybody may feel, I mean, he immediately says, just stop, So it's not an aggressive kind of training or breathing which he teaches. So that is something which really I think is very important, because everybody has their own capacity, and realizing and acknowledging everybody's capacity and respecting it, I think, is what he does. So thank you, Sandeep. And I am going to see you on Tuesday at 7:30. And I truly recommend him to all our viewers, honestly.
Thank you,
Thank
doctor.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you,
doctor. Thank you
Sandeep.
very much. Yes.
So those of you watching this on FB Live and of course Zoom, you can already see the number on the screen. That is the number in case you are interested in joining this dynamic breathwork online classes. I'm sure Sandeep sir would be able to share more details once you call him or WhatsApp him, and he will be able to share more details with you. But I'm sure those who have actually done this 2-minute exercise, what he just did right now, he calls it the Maggie meditation. I call it the Maggie magic meditation. It's the 3 M's because absolutely mind is equal to blown because it immediately, kind of I could feel the stress just floating away and completely in a different world. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate your
Thank
presence.
you so much.
We
Thank you so much,
appreciate
Sandeep ji, for being here.
coming on this platform. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Over to you, Shobha.
Yes. So our third speaker for the day is Anjali Rajwani. Hello, Anjali.
Hi, Shobha. Yes.
Hi. Yes. So
Yes.
let me tell you a little about Anjali. Anjali is a numerologist, and she is a very different kind of numerologist that I have come across. I, being in this industry for a long time, I know quite a few numerologists, but what she does is something which I would like to share. So basically, she does numbers with health. So when we talk about numerology, we all know that numbers play an important role in your life. And everybody, in fact, most of them would know the different numbers and the different property of the numbers and, the number personalities and so on and so forth. But what Anita does different is she guides you
Anjali.
Anjali, sorry. What she does different is that she gives you what are important parts of your body that you need to take care of and your health related with it. So over to you, Anjali. It's a very new thing that all of us would be learning and knowing. So we are really awaiting to hear you.
Thank you so much, Shobha. And your appreciation was huge. Thank you so much once again. And today I'll be talking about numbers. And I also want to, kind of thank the speakers, Drishti and Sandeep ji. Their words of wisdom were really resonated with what I'm going to speak just now. Yeah. So I would like to, kind of explain to you that why would I be, associating numbers, numerology with health. Numerology is also a part of astrology. So astrology, numerology, numero-astrology, they are all sister sciences with Ayurveda. So they work on the same as Ayurveda. So,
Sorry to interrupt, Anjali. Sorry, if we can request Sandeep to please stop sharing the screen because she's still sharing the computer sound, which is causing an echo. Or Shobha, you can do it from your host controls. Just if you can.
Yes, I have done it.
No, it's still showing sharing. If you can just stop the share.
Yeah, stopped.
No, it's still showing. So I think that's the. Sorry to interrupt you, Anjali, but we really value each and every word you speak. So, Mr. Lagu, are you here? Are you listening to us, Mr. Lagu?
Yes.
You can unmute Mr. Lagu. Sandeep. I think he'll have to undo it himself.
Yeah. He is. It's stopped. The screen is not there.
No, it's showing dynamic breathwork is sharing computer sound. That's why that continuous,
Noise
echo
is coming.
Sandeep, are you around?
Okay, Anjali, can you continue?
Yeah, I am
think,
around.
Yes, yes,
Is
yeah.
it-
Now it's stopped. Now it's
is-
stopped. Now it's stopped. Thank you so
I'm
much.
very sorry.
No worries. No
This is the
worries.
technological. Thank
No
you.
worries. Now it's perfectly fine. Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Yes, Anjali, so sorry.
Yes. Unmute,
You
Anjali.
can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, Anjali, sorry.
Yes. So astrology, numerology, neuroastrology, they all work on the same principles. They're sister sciences with Ayurveda, basically. So they work on the same principles as Ayurvedic sciences. So it's very interesting because we all have our unique birth dates. And if our birth dates could give us a clue to, what kind of, where are our vulnerable areas, where our health is concerned. So we could really take care of all of that, because today it's just not a pandemic, but I think none of us would even want to go and visit a doctor to even have a blood test done, or even an eye, eye checkup, because everyone is so wary and wants to be at the optimum health possible. So if our numbers, our birth dates give us a clue, and we can take precautions, and we all know that precautions are better than cure, nothing like it. So this works on the principle that, as I said, Ayurvedic principles, and all our bodies are made up of the 5 elements, and all the numbers relate to planets, and planets are resonate with these elements. So we get a clue on what could be the imbalances in our body. And even our breath, our breath, that is the nadis, the ida and the pingala nadi, they are also connected to the sun and the moon, which we use in our numerical calculations. So it becomes it becomes very easy for us to get a clue on what each person can kind of where each person can take precautionary methods. So now, as we all know, we all know our birth dates, and as we all know that our birth dates birth days total somewhere between 1 to 9. So you could be a 1 personality, a 2 personality, a 3 personality, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if you are a 1 personality to begin with, so you would probably be born on the 1st, on the 10th, on the 19th, or the 28th. So this is a little more broader way of explaining, and rather it's more broader, but it will still resonate. And these little changes which I'm going to talk about, which you can do, can go a long way. At the end of it, it's the small things that really make a difference. So if you see, so people who are born. So let me begin with the 1 personalities. So people who are born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th. So they basically have a very bile-dominated body. So these people have a lot of fire element in them, and it's very important that they kind of incorporate alkaline foods in their diet. And another thing is that 1 personalities are very prone to high BP, palpitations, and repressed anger, which can really interfere with their digestive system. So I'm sure people whose birthdays total to 1 may somewhere be resonating with all of this. They even tend to develop eye problems in the later ages. So 1 personalities, I would definitely say, would greatly benefit by having a lot of incorporating barley and barley water in their diet. Honey is also very important, and they also have sensitive energy fields, so they don't tolerate very strong drugs, allopathic drugs, alcohol, and all of that. So just by taking a few precautionary methods, I'm sure they can really achieve optimum health and avoid having to visit doctors, or go through any other health issues. So proceeding to number 2 personalities. So again, as we did the number 1 personalities, so 2 personalities will have their birth dates on the 2nd, on the 11th, on the 20th, and the 29th. So 2 personalities basically have a mucus dominated body.
May I
So-
interrupt you for a second,
Yes.
Anjali? Just
Yes,
because
sorry.
this is for the clarity for our listeners.
Yes.
I'm sure everybody is engrossed. You mentioned now one personality, two personality. Now, if you could just elaborate on the birth date, it has just the
Yes.
first 2 days of the month, or is it with the including the month and the
No,
year?
no, it would be, in fact, including the month and year would give me even more details. But
Okay.
since it's not possible right now, so
Okay.
broadly everybody would connect to the just the birthdays.
All right.
So I'm just talking of only the birthday.
Day. Thank
So-
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So two personalities. So basically, as I said, those whose birthdays total to 2, that is, if they're born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, and 29th of any month. So broadly, these personalities basically need to take care of their lungs, nerves, and they also need to take care of, immunity. Their immunity can be a little suppressed. Another thing is that two personalities are also very prone to, uh, uh, intestinal gas. So they probably will be having headaches, which are very gas related. And also their nerves are a little excitable. So, that also triggers headaches for them. And two personalities also need to take care because they are prone to, internal growths, fibroids. The women especially develop quite a few, are prone to gynecological problems. Now, these are broad indications. With every birth date, I'll be able to speak a lot more and give, even more accurate directions. But somewhere, all these personalities will be able to resonate somewhere. Now, for two personalities, definitely, using pepper and honey, like, early morning, if they have ground pepper and honey, it's really very, very beneficial for two personalities. And they also benefit by, consuming nuts and, fresh fruits. And they need to definitely, stay away from too much of sweet and alcohol, because this can damage their delicate system, so this is about the two personalities, and now we can go on to the three personalities. So three personalities, basically, as I said earlier also, those whose birthdays total to 3 and 12 and 21 and 30. So three personalities, they have wind dominated bodies. So by wind dominated bodies, you can, they are very prone to, skin eruptions, gout, arthritis, general aches and pains. And their nerves, are a little, again, their nerves also, because they have a wind dominated body. So they have, nerve, because too many thoughts at a time, like, they are always, like, their thoughts are always scattered. So somewhere their nerves take a beating because of that. And also three personalities basically require to, their liver, they don't tolerate, heavy foods, fatty foods. So it really works well for them if they do take care of their, for their nerves, especially when they have massages with sesame oil. They are also, like, they consume cloves. Even Gulkand is very good for three personalities. And completely avoiding all fatty foods. I mean, not completely avoiding, of course, but to a large extent. So these are broad indications, what three personalities could be, kind of where their vulnerable areas are. So I continue to the four personalities. And four personalities, in fact, people whose birthdays total to 4, so they are the ones who are born on the 4th, on the 13th, on the 22nd or 31st. So now four personalities, their body type, basically, they from their upper abdomen, their vulnerable areas are their upper abdomen, their chest, shoulders, head, back of the head, and back. So I've just given you the broad areas where they are, where they can develop issues. So basically, because of the upper abdomen, it's said that the four personalities basically have, less of the digestive fire. So, they don't tolerate very, acidic foods and, highly acidic foods and spicy foods and all of that. Another thing is that coughs, colds, they are prone to these kind of ailments. Headaches, headaches, they're prone to headaches. They're prone to very high and low BP. So you'll find four personalities, somewhere they have a very high BP, sometimes they have very low BP. And four personalities also, their back issues, foundation points, their ankles, their thighs, their knees, so these are areas where, they are vulnerable. And they can really benefit by having, kadas. Kadas really benefit them. They benefit with, having sprouts, fenugreek, fenugreek, sprouted fenugreek, methi seeds, wheat grass, and all of these really benefit them. And they tend to be anemic also. So, vegetable juices like carrot juices and beetroot, all of this. So as I'm talking, in fact, I'm rushing up. So I do, get insights on, like, I forgot to say this about the, one personality and the two personality. But these are like, kind of broad indications. Now, when I spoke about fenugreek, even two personalities benefit with, the intake of fenugreek and methi seeds. So now continuing to the five personalities. So as we did earlier, those whose birthdays total to 5. So if your birth date, if your birth date is 5, 14, or 23, so you fall into the 5 personality category. These are all, of course, once again, I'd like to repeat, they are broad categories. So 5 personality people, they basically, have very excitable nerves. Like, 5 corresponds to Mercury. So when you see the thermometer, the mercury in the thermometer just goes up and it goes down. So, so they're very excitable people. So definitely their nerves go in for a toss, their digestion, and, they're very prone to insomnia. And because of their, digestion, they tend to get colic pains, a lot of aches, pains, acidity. Acha, they also are prone to asthma, and all these related problems. So 5 personalities would definitely benefit, with by taking care of, having, first and foremost, they can get addicted very easily. So it's very important that they don't, kind of indulge in too many addictions. And of course, that would also, impact their health. Another thing is 5 personalities also need to, eat very calmly, space out their meals, and take care of having a primarily vegetarian diet, because, and fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. So these really, help them maintain optimum health. Another thing is with 5 personalities is also that it really is very important that they, take care of their, because they're very prone to asthma and things like that. So it's very important that they also take care of these problems, especially in this situation right now. And nuts are very beneficial for 5 personalities. Now if we move on to the 6 personalities, so those born on the 6th, born on the born on the 6th, on the 15th, and the 24th. So they fall into the 6 personality category. So 6 personality people, they basically have very good recuperative powers, and they are pretty strong. But their vulnerable areas are that, they tend to be all heart. And, it's always that when they are too much into, when they all heart, so they tend to, whenever their heart is a little disturbed, so they tend to, develop a few issues, especially breathlessness. And 6 personalities also, they kind of, they are also people who need to, their reproductive organs, so they are a little vulnerable. So to take care of all of that. And a little bit, six personalities also need to take care of their adrenal glands, the kidneys, So these are little vulnerable areas, and that, they'll really benefit with, having a diet with primarily with a lot of fresh fruits. So, and they do very well with things like peaches, melons, citrus fruits. These are very, very beneficial for six personalities. So we move on to the seven personalities. I hope I'm not going too fast. Is it okay, or yeah?
Absolutely fine, Anjali.
Yeah. So now when we
Absolutely
move
fine.
on to the seven personalities. So seven personalities, oh my God, they are the warriors, So they tend to get very restless. They worry. Okay. And before that, those whose birthdays, I forgot to mention that, total to seven. So if you are born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th, you fall into the seventh personality. So they tend to be a little anxious. They tend to worry, though they are very, they do follow a spiritual path, but somewhere there is a restlessness in their mind. So because of that, definitely they tend to, have very disturbed minds, and they're very, very prone to, gout, arthritis, nerve related problems, digestion problems, skin eruptions. So this all happens especially when when their delicate balance is disturbed. So for seven personalities, and also maintaining optimum vitamin levels in their body is very important, and especially vitamin D and vitamin E for seven personalities. And one more thing is that I wouldn't recommend any kind of food as such, but for seven personalities, it's very important that they eat at regular intervals, and they kind of spend time with nature, because these personalities really recuperate when they spend a lot of time with nature. Then they are able to build up their immunity. So that is about the seven personalities. And moving on to the eighth personality. So those who are born on the 8th, 17th, and 26th of any month. So these people, they kind of, have problems mostly with their, ears, nose, throat, and again, heart, digestion, liver, and kidneys, So these people, numbness in the limbs at a later age, and all of this. So for eight personalities, it's very important again that they do maintain their vitamin levels. Also, vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E is very beneficial. I mean, they should see to it that they maintain these levels, these vitamin levels at the optimum. And eight personalities also benefit by consumption of cumin seeds, celery, and it's also, again, for them, it's very important that they do not indulge too much in intoxicants. So for eight personalities, and of course, maintaining a good diet is important for every personality. But yes, again, as I said, maintaining the vitamin levels, yeah, and also vegetable juices are very beneficial for eight personalities. They also tend to, develop a lot of, when they kind of develop a fever, it's very difficult to get it in control, get it under control. So these are little vulnerable areas, and by just being a little aware, I'm sure we can take the required precautions. Now, finally, going to the nine personalities. So nine personalities are those whose birthdays total to nine. So if you are born on the 9th, 18th, and 27th of any month, so you qualify for the nine personality. Now, nine personalities basically have a little, not little, but they do need to take care of their bone structure, their skin. They're very whenever they're stressed, they're very prone to breakouts. They're prone to piles. They're prone to hemorrhoids. They are prone to blood disorders. Also their blood circulation is impacted. They're prone to being anemic, so to speak. And I would definitely recommend that when a nine personality gets a cut or a wound, I think he shouldn't take it lightly. He should take that tetanus injection, because 9 personalities, their cuts and wounds also tend to get septic. I would recommend that 9 personalities, take care to maintain their bone health. I would say stay off colas. They really suck out the calcium from your bones, and also they tend to get a little anemic, so including dates in their diet is very, very beneficial for 9 personalities. Onion, garlic, ginger, these are all things which they can really consume. Saffron is also very good for 9 personalities. So this was a brief, of how numbers can impact your health and what you can do. These little small remedial measures you can take. Remedial measures are precautionary measures, I would say, more than remedial measures, to maintain an optimum, a state of health, and avoid, especially during these times, avoid any visits to the doctors, or having to go through any tests and so on and so forth. So this was how numbers do impact our health, and that's what, as I said, astrology and numerology are very closely linked to Ayurveda, and they operate, they kind of follow the same scientific principles. So this was all
Thank
about
you so
numbers.
much, Anjali.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were just awesome, and that is why I wanted you on board. What say,
Thank you so
Umesh?
much.
Absolutely. I'll be
It
taking
was a
notes.
wonderful. It
Do
was a wonderful session wherein we
Thank you, Shobha. That's so nice.
understood the numerology with health for the first time.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
And one thing I would like to tell the audience here is Anjali is a very intuitive. I would not use the word intuitive. I would rather say she's a very integrated numerologist. So what I mean by saying this word integrated numerologist is that she combines a lot of things together to give you the prediction, which unlike a lot of other numerologists don't do, I guess. So what she does is she takes care of the astrology, like she said. So she combines astrology, the moon positions, especially the moon positions, the planetary positions, along with Ayurveda. And then she gives you the insights of whatever your queries are based on your health or relationships or whatever. So I would highly recommend Anjali. And Anjali, the session that we had today with health and numbers, I think we have a great set of panelists today, when I think it's Drishti and you together can in sync give us a lot of diets, so that we, kind of follow, and Sandeep can add feather to cap, like he's already added by teaching us breath work.
Yes.
So all in all, it was really wonderful. And yeah, I am unmuting Drishti. So Drishti, yes, and Sandeep.
And if I can just add, I'll be posting a lot of tips, numerology tips on my Instagram handle. So if anybody would be interested in getting daily tips, so they can just, go to my Instagram handle, and, I'll be giving a lot of numerology tips concerning health and, daily guidance. So they could go to Anjali Shilpa Rajwani. So if anybody would be interested.
Excellent. I'm sure lots of them are interested, because there's so many of them watching us on Facebook, as I see, and so many of us over here on Zoom. So all those, for the sake, I just repeated for all our listeners over here, in case you'd like to know more about your numerology and would like to consult with Anjali, then you can definitely follow her on a page, which is Anjali Shilpa Rajwani, where she also, posts daily updates and numerological updates related to different personalities. So quite an insightful session we had. Thank you so much, Anjali.
Thank you, Sandeep. Sorry, Umesh.
No worries.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, and we are ready for our question and answer round now, and we are going to just open the question and answers to our viewers over here on Zoom and also on Facebook. So if anyone has any related question to these experts over here, then we can to kickstart.
Okay, Sandeep.
I think, yes. Yeah.
Pradeep has a question. Pradeep,
yes.
For Anjali. He says, Anjali, can you please repeat the number 2?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Surely. So two is all those whose birthdays total to two. They are the ones who are born on the 2nd, on the 11th, on the 20th, and the 29th. So all these personalities are prone to, issues with the lungs, with the chest, nerve issues, and intestinal gastric issues, even bowel inflammations and things like that. They're also prone to, in, the women are prone to gynecological issues like fibroids and everything, and internal growth. So now, what I would say for two personalities is that it's very, very important to kind of consume, foods such as honey and black pepper early in the morning. That is very, very helpful. Also, they have a, they're very prone to palpitations. As I said, the lungs and the chest area is a little vulnerable, and even their nerves. So, consuming honey and black pepper early in the morning, and, consuming fenugreek seeds, lemon water. These are the things that will really, really help, as a precautionary measure, will really help them to have optimum health. So this was about the number two personalities, and they are very sensitive and emotional also. So it's very important that they keep their sensitivity and their emotionalism a little in balance, so that other problems are not aggravated, and especially their nerves don't go for a toss.
Oh, thank
So,
you so much,
Drishti,
Anjali.
would you
Thank
like to add something to this in terms of any special recipes or any special foods? Can you hear me, Drishti? I think Drishti cannot hear. I mean, she is not here.
Let me check.
Yeah, she's here.
No, she's not. I think she got locked off. So I'm sure she'll come back. She'll have to just
Okay.
log in.
All right. So, yeah, sure. We can continue.
So I have a question for Sandeep. Sandeep, if you could please highlight to us, you spoke very beautifully on dynamic breath work, and you spoke, absolutely science. What I'd like to ask you is that a lot of youngsters today are indulging, because including myself, are indulging in a lot of exercise. Now, I think that goes in contrast to what you've been talking. So, of course, the youngsters are getting into exercises, working out, thinking that, if we, exercise, we are losing weight, and at the same time, but the breath and the heart rate is going very high. What do you suggest? Is that bad for you, or one has to balance both dynamic breath work and workouts?
A very good question. Most of the people are not aware of their breathing patterns while they are into exercise. So whenever you hit a gym, you should ask this question to your instructor: what is the breathing pattern for this particular exercise? For example, I can see you have a good biceps. So if you're doing the bicep curls, where to inhale, where to exhale is very important. If you do it other way around, your heart will take a load, and then there are news in newspaper that Farana Dimka person died in the gym with a cardiac arrest. So exhale when the weight is going against gravity. Suppose you're pulling up or you're lifting weight, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So bench press, suppose. So every pattern in the weight training, every pattern in your life has a particular breathing for you. But finally, are you interested in your breathing? If you are interested in your breathing, then you will ask people around you. You'll ask your instructor, you'll ask your teachers. People just go to gym, and I'm consultant in few many gyms, and nowadays I see girls are doing exercise like mad people. They just want flat stomach. you know. They just want flat stomach. Everyone wants a slim body. Everyone wants to lose weight. Sometimes if they ask me, sir, kam se kam din mein wajan kam karna hai, I said, go to NASA and just land on moon. Your weight will be 1/8. Suppose if you are 80 kilo here, you'll be 10 kilo. And if you further want to reduce weight, go to Jupiter, you'll be 8 grams. Actually, your weight is not your weight. It is the gravitational force influence on your body. So on every planet, you are going to weigh differently. You just go to Nehru Planetarium near Mumbai in Worli. They have rooms, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and they have a weighing scales. You will be amazed. Like on Jupiter, my weight was 8 grams. Okay. So set right goals. Go to gym for health and wellness. Set goals for fat loss. Set goal for body sculpturing. Just don't go to the gym with just one dimensional objective. Lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. Okay. Try to find the sources of energy. And as I said, as maybe Dushti madam or the other madam will be agree with me, health is like a tripod. The 3 legs: good exercise, good food, and good rest. Youngsters like, I'm sorry, I'm also a youngster actually.
Of course.
Youngster like us, we ignore enough rest. They go to gym, then they go to pubs, disco, late nights, Netflix, coffee shots, early morning, targets, and actually you're punishing your heart. You're taking a big risk. A good rest is required. You deserve a good rest. And through breathing, we explain the quality relaxation. If you say, no, I don't have 8 hours to sleep, who is asking you to sleep for 8 hours? You can get rest worth about 12 hours in just 4 hours. Good. We call it Shavasana, for example, or Yoga Nidra, or meditation. You can rejuvenate faster. It's just like a Type-C charger nowadays, charges our phone faster than a small micro USB. So even our body is also like a mobile phone. Unfortunately, we do not have a battery meter on our forehead. So if we have a battery meter, we'll put our body for charging. And breath work is nothing but put your body on charger. And we have a Type-C. So breath work charges you very fast.
Brilliant. That is really, really brilliant.
Sandeep, I've got a
So
question
there's-
for you. Sandeep, I've got a question for you. I'm 130 kilos by weight.
Yeah.
And-
May I understand who is speaking with me?
This is Mr. Pradeep Gidwani.
Okay.
I'm 130 kilos away of weight. That's my weight.
Okay.
And if you can call it that, my body, I always say.
What is your height, sir? Height?
Is 5'8".
5'8" and 130. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is your age?
Age is 55.
Okay.
Now the thing is that I always tell people that my body is half renovated already.
Okay.
I say it is because I've done so many surgeries, so many problems I have health wise.
Okay.
I've got an aneurysm in the brain also.
Okay.
And I've got a very, very bad intensity of sleep apnea. My percentage is
Okay.
very, very high for that.
Do you use the machine for sleep apnea or
I
just?
just can't use the machine. That's my whole problem.
Okay.
That in the middle of the night, when they were giving me demos, I used to just throw out the machine in the middle of the night. I used to feel very uncomfortable
That
while
it is risky, huh? Just by the way.
risky for not using the machine.
Yes.
But I just, like I told, I invest so much, and if I'm going to throw out the machine in the middle of the night, so I don't use it at all.
Okay.
Now, for a person like me,
Yeah.
how would you think that? And then, secondly, when I went to a lot of gyms to get enrolled at this weight.
Okay.
But no gym instructor wants to take my case
Okay.
because they're scared, that in case anything goes wrong, I'm a heart patient. I've got a stent in the heart.
Okay.
That's what I told. I've got all problems related to, my whole body is, full of problems health-wise.
No issues.
What are the? Do you think by starting with breathing exercises that I can start losing weight, or there's any way that I can, you know, because see, I just can't go to the gym. I
Yeah.
can't, when I walk, I feel very breathless.
Okay.
So, is there any other way, solution for me to get out of it? I don't mind even joining your classes, but I would like to know the solution to the whole thing.
Right. Okay. I got your question. There is a solution.
Mhm.
Okay. Only you need some patience and consistency and sincere work. I don't call it hard work. Breathing is never a hard work. Okay. I can give you a simple pattern. Sit in front of a big wall clock. Inhale 2 seconds. Exhale 2 seconds. 5 to 6 times a day. 3 to 5 minutes every time. Okay. See, you need a tuning. A good guitarist knows to tune his guitar before he plays. Even a good guitarist cannot play a guitar if it is not tuned. So right now your systems and organs need a tuning. Are you there?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm talking to a screen, so I do not know.
Yeah.
About 130 kilo, it has not come up to 130 kilo in single day. You must have taken a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you'll have to tune your thyroid, tune the other glands, the other energy centers. And once you have the tuning right, then your body will start losing that extra weight. You know, it has accumulated weight with wrong signals. It is like a factory, and if somebody is placing orders without any demand, what will happen? The inventory is too much. So it is like you're traveling with someone else's weight, maybe 40 kilos with you, which doesn't belong to you. So first of all, learn tuning. About your sleep apnea, there are many breathing patterns. Consult your doctor since you're a heart patient. It is your responsibility now, you said you are a heart patient, to supply oxygen on regular basis. For example, I'm giving a very silly example, I'm sorry. Whenever we are watching cricket match, India versus Pakistan, last over, India needs 10 runs to win. And people, they are actually holding their breath. Why you are punishing your heart? These people are minting money. And then they say, fix the. If India lost, fix the. If it was fixed match, then why you are holding your breath and punishing your heart? So we need to reprogram our breathing. Sleep apnea means in the night, in the night, somebody is doing our breathing, that program. So if you reprogram your breathing, then night sleep will become a meditation. Let's say I'll give you one equation. Your normal breathing rate, I don't know, but maybe because you're a heart patient, it must be around 15 to 20 in between. Your heart rate must be about 80, 90 in between. If you have an oximeter, and nowadays everyone has this oximeter. Everyone knows the pulse rate. So first of all, you have to reprogram your breathing by giving a good program, As I said in food, food, good food, and intelligent food. Food, even buffalo eat foods. Dog, cat, everybody on this planet are eating. That is the one consistent thing we all know. Now, good food, you are eating with little awareness. You will go to Drishti Ben, you will take her advice. What should I eat? What should I avoid? When to eat? Where to eat? How to eat? Food becomes good food. One more step, intelligent food. Food that heals you, that reverses the disorders inside you. Then you will ask her advice, what should I eat to heal? I want my blood thinner. I don't want Ecosprin. So she will tell you, have mushroom soup, have some garlic early morning. First responsibility is to make your blood thin, lose weight, Focus on what you are eating. You're eating, whenever you see your plate, every time you are having a dinner. Mr. Umesh told me you're a businessman. So just your plate is like a balance sheet. If something is loss making in your plate, remove it. Even if I come to your place and, sir, today is my birthday, please eat this cake. You say this cake is a loss making investment. I don't want. So respect your habits. Whatever you eat with awareness. The food will become good. Make notes. Oh, if I eat this, it suits me. It suits my prakriti, nature. By and by, you will start giving the results. At the same time, the reprogramming of the breathing is important. You know, the program has gone haywire. That is why doctor want you to sleep with a machine. So in case if you forget to inhale, the machine will remind you. In sleep apnea, it is happening to the people. And suddenly, okay, the dryness you have to manage. They lot of make noise in sleep apnea. So slowly, lubrication to your nose, the inner surface of your nose, you have to be a little careful.
That's what, even while walking, I fall asleep so many times while walking down
Yeah.
the steps. So
Yeah,
doctor told me it's very risky. You should
very
move your
risky.
body every time.
Whenever you walk, I can give you another pattern. Just 2 steps you inhale, 2 steps you exhale, like chota, halka, halka, simple, with a smile. Just imagine Katrina is coming in front of you while you're walking. Oh, hi. You know, Priyanka is there. You're walking with Katrina and Priyanka. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Make a song. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you'll have to reprogram your breathing by different ideas. And this breathing class is all about ideas. Okay.
Because
So
if I
just,
join your program, first of all, I really want to join you. I want to join your program, in fact. Now, do you think it will make a lot of difference as far as, because like doctor told me that you Pradeep, you're really dying nearly at least 575 times every night. You die because that they took out that chart, right, from that overnight. They gave me that apnea machine. So that's what he told me. Then you're dying 575, minutes a night. Like I know that they have that reading like that. Do you think all that will give me a good
now
after
just,
breathing?
I have just, am I correct? Can I correct you right now? Just keep some space between your words while talking. And that space is your secret inhalation, because when we talk, we exhale, right? We cannot talk while we inhale, right? One thing you must understand, all of you here, your inhalation is automatic. Your exhalation is manual. Parigraha is automatic. Aparigraha is manual. Attachments are automatic. Detachment is manual. All right. Tensions are automatic. Relaxation is manual. So what we want to focus? We want to focus on chodna seekho bhai, chhod do.
Pradeep, start blowing candles every day, like
Yeah,
Sandeep said.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
but don't
seriously,
force,
on a
because
serious
he's a
note,
heart
join
patient.
Sandeep's session.
Yeah, because he's a heart patient. Start with 2 seconds. Itna. Then maybe 3 seconds. Then maybe 4 seconds. In my class, people start with 2 seconds and they average 40 seconds. Playing flute. Easily. And people of your age also. Yeah. But don't force. If you force, gadbad ho jayegi. Small. क्या बोलते हैं? Sip, SIP, in your business language. Chota le lo. You know, chota le lo. And take more tips from a good dietitian. Correct your habits. What to eat, what not to eat is very important. Similarly, as I said about food, good food, intelligent food, right? I say the same thing about breathing. Breathing, good breathing, intelligent breathing. Even dogs are doing breathing. You know this? So longevity and breathing rate has a relationship. You can Google it. If you do slow breathing, you will live a longer life. That is what Sadhguru said in his audio. Elephants, tortoise, they have a longer life. Elephant is a god of breathing, actually, Ganpati, we say. But we never focus on that scientific aspect. Okay, we just bring Ganpati home, enjoy celebration, and then bye bye Ganpati. Elephant god. Elephant is a god for breathing. All right.
Sandeep, there are a lot of questions
Thank
for you
you so
here.
much,
Okay.
Sandeep ji.
Sorry.
I've done
Thank you.
no. I've done no.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So there is another question for you, Sandeep, checking
Okay.
on that. How does someone join your classes? If you can give some insight, whether it is on Zoom or any other platform or.
Yeah. I have these classes in Chowpatty, in Nepean Road, in Pedder Road, in Kem's Corner. But from February onwards, I have become more universal. Now I have students from Singapore, Japan, Belgium, France, all over the world. It is on Zoom. So if you can write down the number given over there,
Yes,
you know, and the
it is on
tagline,
Zoom, right?
yeah, it is on Zoom, 9819112207. And WhatsApp, we prefer WhatsApp than calling because sometimes I'm busy in session. So I'll definitely reply you. And I would like to share whatever I have because no, it is selfish thought. I'm not doing anything good for you because if I share more, I gain more. Because now,
Brilliant.
Dr.
yeah.
Anita has a question for you as well.
Okay,
Can
doctor.
Dr. Anita, are you there?
Yeah, hi. Sorry, this question is not for Sandeep,
Yeah.
but it's for Anjali.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Is Anjali around?
Yes, of course. Yes, Anjali is here.
Yes.
Anjali, can you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Anjali, very informative. Thank you so much. I had a
Thank you,
quick
doctor.
question. There's somebody very close to me
All right.
who has a jinx with the number 8.
All right.
Okay. And it is so strange that 8, even if it's like, say, 17th or it's the 8th of the month or whatever,
Yes.
the computer invariably doesn't start. Okay. A
Okay.
flight booked for has a problem. Even an IMPS bank transfer doesn't go through.
Oh dear. Okay.
I mean, it's like unbelievable. And we keep joking and saying that no, we need to break this jinx.
Yes.
But invariably, I mean, it's so strange that, we were going somewhere and this friend was also there. And all along the lift in that same building was working. And it happened to be the 8th and the elevator had a big thing under repair, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And then we just looked at each other and, she said, not my fault. I said, yeah, it's probably 8. So
Yeah.
is there anything like that or is it more psychological? But it can't be so psychological and so coincidental every time. I mean, now that 8 has become, it's got a ripple effect because it's affecting the family around.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
even now they had to book a room, so then they check, if it's not on the 8th floor,
Huh.
the room number is not like say 71 or whatever, anything
Yeah.
that sums up to number 8.
Yeah. So actually, 8 is not at all a bad number. So do tell your friend that, like, tell her to remove that belief system, or rather that, that she's made it her belief. So, and if sometimes when things don't work out, or, things seem challenging, it's a particular phase you're going through. It's a particular time where, things are more challenging than normal. And if things had to be really bad, it would have been very, very bad. So the fact that they've not been very bad, it's just that she's probably buying that belief, one. And two, it's just a temporary phase which she's going through. So it could be like, if she gets a little more insight, she'll know exactly how to deal with it. So when we do her chart, her complete birth date, and looking at all the combinations, there'll be a lot of clarity on, like, why these things are happening and what she needs to do to deal with it. It's as simple as that, like, so somehow we are not victims of fate ever. It's just that numbers do give us a direction, and we know exactly how to find our way in between. So, that's why I think we've been, blessed with the science of numbers so that we maneuver our way around. So
Correct.
that's what it is. So you can tell her that like it's just probably a belief system, and she's probably just going through a particular phase, and she just needs to know how to deal with it. And looking at all her numbers, her complete birth date, the combination, there'll be more clarity.
But is there like an immediate antidote or there's something? Because it's not over months or over, it's been over years, And
Okay.
each time I keep telling her, no, it's like it's a mindset or don't succumb to these things.
Yes.
But
Yes.
invariably I'm proved wrong. Invariably she'll call me, see, my internet is not working. All this didn't happen, or so I'll
Yes.
probably connect with you. But is there any antidote for this?
So what happens is I sometimes recommend crystals, not for
Okay.
that crystals will work magic, but they kind of impact your train of thought in such a way, like they interact with your aura and your energy fields, and impact your train of thought in such a way that you start vibrating on a more positive note. And
Okay.
whenever you vibrate on a positive note, you attract positivity. So so
Yeah.
she could
Thank you.
just kind of to get over this, tell her to wear a lapis, because being an 8 personality, so first and foremost, so that will give her a lot of insight into why these things are happening and what she needs to do with it.
Okay.
You could just tell her to do something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Broadly. I don't know her complete birth date, otherwise I would have been able
Exactly.
to.
No. And of course,
Yeah.
don't want to
Yes.
trespass on the time, but
Yeah.
I'll get in touch with you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Yeah.
Drishti.
Yes.
Hi, Drishti, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Drishti, we missed asking you a question where I think you had a net problem and
Right.
you could not hear. So Anjali was talking about number 2 for Pradeep, and she was suggesting some tips. So what more foods or healthy eating can you suggest for him? So I think since Pradeep is a good friend of mine and he is also, having these multiple problems with weight and breathing and all. So a combination of all these three would rather help him a lot, I feel. So if you can suggest some good, tips or something which he can. Pradeep, are you there? Can you unmute yourself, Pradeep?
I'm there. I'm here. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shobha.
And
Thank you.
Shobha, just sorry to interrupt. When you had told me about the 2 personalities, I also
Yeah.
want to add that excessive sweet and alcohol is very important. That he needs to avoid that. I'm just saying because he asked about 2 personalities, because their body is not able to, the energy fields are delicate and they're not able to handle alcohol. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Anjali.
Yeah.
So Drishti, you can go on.
Okay, so I'm so sorry I missed out Anjali's talk, but of course I heard out Mr. Gidwani and Mr. Lagu, and where we talk about sleep apnea. Okay, according to me, it's not just your weight that matters, but it's your entire lifestyle. Okay, that needs to be totally revamped. So of course I have had a very dear client who also suffers from the same thing, but it's only the weight and the entire lifestyle that needs to be revamped. So as Anjali ma'am also said, it is alcohol. As Mr. Lagu said, breathing. Now again, where weight loss is concerned, for apnea, it doesn't go alone. So me as a nutritionist cannot just tell you, that these are the foods you have and this is what you don't have. Once your weight comes down, even the apnea will get down. Of course, the apnea is going to reduce once your weight also reduces, because you are carrying more water weight now. Okay, if we are discussing Mr. Gidwani, as he mentioned, 130 is mainly the water weight that you're carrying. It's not actual fat that you are carrying. So I think it all goes hand in hand. It has to be your lifestyle. It has to be your diet. As Mr. Lagu said, there are good foods, there are bad foods, and then there are intelligent foods. If I'm not mistaken, if I heard right, so that is absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct, and I really do believe that breathing is also really going to help him, because you see, going to a gym if you have apnea, you cannot work out, like, you cannot go on the treadmill, and you're going to get very tired, and of course it's going to affect your breathing. So the root cause here is breathing. So it's always advisable that first you start working on the primary cause. Okay, so first we work on the breathing, then we work on the lifestyle, and of course the gym comes towards the end. Automatically, if these three are combined, the weight is going to reduce, and so is the apnea. And then you reach your goal of reducing the use of the machine. So it's all like a vicious circle.
But do you think, Drishti, even stress makes a lot of difference?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, even when I, if you heard me out, sir, even when I spoke about the minute you stress, okay, your brain, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol can affect you in every way. It could be physical, it could be psychological, everything, So definitely stress does play a big role. And you need rest. As Mr. Lagu said, you have to rest out your body. You cannot always be on the run or be stressed. You have to relax your mind as well as your body, both.
Think about quality rest.
Right.
Just in minimum time, how to gain maximum, how to make profit in resting, and how to hypnotize self. We call it yoga nidra, just to talk to your body that my liver, my heart, thank you for being with me. My lungs, thank you very much. My liver, we never thank our body organs. On the contrary, we are just abusing. Right?
So I
So
would love to add, sorry sir, I would love to add something here. As you mentioned in yoga, now I don't know if I'm very familiar with the asanas, but as you mentioned savasana, that we do at the end of our class, which I personally do. I mean, when you do it, whether with a yoga trainer or on your own, they teach you one thing, is that you have to think about every part of your body very positively. So that also really matters. The minute you start thinking positive about every part of your body, I think that too really works well.
See, the mind has a definitely influence on your body. So if you just close your eyes and imagine all beautiful things, all beautiful places, it will definitely calm down your organs and systems. And once they are calmed down, they are going to function efficiently for you. It is always you are imagining some kind of a problem, some kind of a complaint. And look at our news channels. The news are coming with kind of a background music. Ek aadmi ki maut. They just like acting. आप शोभा acting award देना शुरू करो in these news anchors, and then it comes to dan. Always, what? This Netflix, all these channels, all these web series, they want your heart rate to go above 110 beats per minute. Then they're successful. Every series has a kind of a problem, complication, some relationship, something. And you just see that and you go to sleep with those kind of mindset. Why don't you see Tom and Jerry?
So Sandeep, very recently, these Netflix guys, they had interviewed me. Okay. And the questions that they asked was like, why do you not watch Netflix much, or what do you recommend to change in Netflix and all that? So this exactly was my answer to them. I said, whether it's Netflix or it's other kind of channels like Amazon or whatever, what they show is the movies that they show are so much with violence and so much with murder and stuff
verbal
like
violence.
That. Yes. So why can't you have and change in the new normal at least and start having something, because that is visualization, and what you visualize is what your subconscious mind grabs it, right? So why don't we switch over to that? So he said, yeah, we will do that. So exactly, that's what I'm saying. These things they come up with is so much of like violence and too much of anger, which is, absorbed by our subconscious mind, knowingly or unknowingly. And that is how we react. And I was telling him about games like PUBG and all, like the kids are playing PUBG. So where is our future generation heading? Are we teaching? If you have games like Monopoly, which is teaching business, it's a different thing. But if you're having games like PUBG and the kids are playing, so what are we expecting out of the future of our kids? You know, so
You know what? Like matter, mind also has 3 dimensions. Do you know those? We know about the conscious mind. Right now, you're listening to me consciously. Then you said about subconscious mind. Subconsciously, we have dreams. We do not decide our dreams. Okay. And they have effect on our body. If you have a wild dream, you will sweat. Your heart rate will go up. Your sugar levels will go up. And there is a third mind, which you are not aware, superconscious mind. And with superconscious mind, we can actually correct the disorders and traffic jams inside our body. But are you interested? People are not actually. Shobhaji, people want violence. They all Netflix people, all these people, they make serials according to people's choice.
but then I think now with the learning that we have had in this pandemic, all right. So I was just saying that it is time for parents, for adults, for every human being to understand what they talk, what they watch, and how they see life from a different angle. Like you said, people don't want to listen. You're absolutely right, because if you tell them that it's a session which is for your benefit, they will not want to listen. But if you tell them, okay, there is a social this evening and let's have a party, they're all set to go for the party. So they don't focus on themselves. They don't focus on what they are doing or talking, or how is it absorbing in their subconscious level. Exactly, that is what it
I
is.
think there is something wrong deep down inside about our priorities. Every morning you wake up and write down how you want to live today. What is your priority? And if there is a peer pressure, say bye. I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in this. What I'm interested in this. I'm interested in being healthy. Wellness is my priority. I want to eat right things at the right time. We don't smell before we eat nowadays. It is all gone. But if you smell, you create atmosphere for digestion. All animals, they smell first and then they eat.
So there are a lot of people, I would say, who do not focus on themselves as a person. They may be
Correct.
focusing on their
Correct.
family, on the kids, on their
Absolutely.
husband, but they don't give that 10 minutes of quality time to themselves, which
Outside,
is very
the
important.
mind is running outside.
Yes,
Meditation is going inside. Because of this lockdown, people cannot go outside. Now they have started little going inside. So there is a benefit in lockdown. Outside you cannot go. You must go inside.
Very, very brilliantly said. Yes. Also, Dr. Raghu, I'd like to ask you this. It's been playing on my mind right since you started speaking. We do have a lot of creative people on the platform also, and people watching. So for especially for singers, breath is directly connected to singing also.
Yes.
So I'm in the process of learning singing. So what is the advice you could give to singers? Because I noticed that my surs are good, but I run out of breath when I really pull a long note, which this allows me to do.
Just download a Tanpura Droid if you are using Android
I'm already
phone.
yes.
Tanpura Droid, and just set a tone C sharp or B major, and just take a deep breath and try to follow. For example, I'll give you a small demo. I am actually into more music therapy. So maybe one fine day I will come as a music therapy.
We'd love to have you on the platform.
Yeah, what ragas can cure the disorders? For what is the raga you should sing for diabetes, or you should listen for diabetes, or what is the raga for asthma? So for example, right now I'm playing a B note. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Just get up early morning. Don't worry about inhalation. You have to say ah. Okay. Time for 10 seconds as a target time. If you achieve your 10-second target, next morning 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13 seconds, then So after the time target, set a volume target. Say very soft now. Like satin. And you will become a good singer. So try few counts with pressure like La. It's a voice culture, and by you will strengthen your lungs. Yes, you said rightly. Whenever we speak, whenever we sing, we exhale. And singers are blessed. The breathing pattern is 2:20. If you're singing a song, the inhalation is 2 seconds and exhalation is 20 seconds.
Wow.
The whole pattern of Bhagavad Gita is 1:4. Do you know this? If you chant Bhagavad Gita, just watch my inhalation. Lokesmin vividha nishtha pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushosnute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So our people, they knew these breathing patterns before. They will say, Bhagavad Gita ka chant karo. Any, like Buddhist chant. Nam myo ringe kyo. Inhale. Nam myo ring. 1:5. The 1:5 pattern is a medicinal pattern.
Sandeep, you follow Buddhism. Even I do chanting. I do a lot of chanting. I've been in the practice for the last 25 years.
Yeah, I don't follow actually. It is with me.
Okay,
I'm walking with Buddhism.
Lovely. Even me. I'm just
Because Buddha is a great psychiatrist. If you read the S. Dhammo Sanantano, he's a psychologist, and he actually breathing patterns given by Buddha called Anapana Sati Yoga. Ana means inhale, Apana means exhale, Sati means watch how you inhale, how you exhale, and you are intelligent enough. Actually, you don't need any class. You are intelligent enough. You will find your way. The body will find your way. What pattern is suitable to you? Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Very, very insightful. I have one question for Drishti over here. Drishti, if you could please highlight to us, you mentioned about sugar. Now, I've been anti-sugar for a long time, and in fact, I just did a whole webinar yesterday on anti-sugar, and because it's considered to be 10 times more powerful and addictive than cocaine. So you did mention something which was like you can use alternates like honey or jaggery. Now, honey and jaggery are also, I feel, the authentic, true ones are very difficult. Most of them are, completely adulterated and filled with sugar. Even dates, I have heard that, they soak them in sugar syrup to make them sweeter, because I have a house in Dubai as well. And when I eat dates in the Middle East, they are, day and night different than what the dates are here. So do you think it is absolutely essential that we need that sugar, or we can just completely eliminate it from our system?
Okay, now first thing is, I don't believe in eliminating anything. Okay, I'll call it moderation. That's what my mantra is, even with people who come to consult me. So the first thing is, if you talk about refined sugar, if you talk about honey, proper jaggery, it's almost the same. Okay, there's no difference at all, because they're all forms of sugar. But when you go entirely sugar free, that is of any kind of sugar, I would always say is that take at least natural sources of sugar. The first one being fruits. Because there are people I have seen who say I'm off sugar, I'll not even have an apple because it has a lot of sugar in it. But you don't realize that you're losing out on a lot of nutrition. And this is natural sugar. It's not going to harm you. Of course, until and unless the person has very high blood sugar levels, heavily diabetic, then there are a few restrictions to fruits. But otherwise, you can go ahead with fruits. If you talk about dates, okay, so one tip here is, I always suggest soak the date overnight and then eat it the next morning. So that if they have, like similarly how apples are, coated with wax, in the same way, dates also can be coated with already dipped in sugar syrup and coated. So once you soak it overnight, trust me, it tastes much better also the next day. And you know that if it has any preservatives, that also is gone away in the water. Okay, and when you talk about jaggery, of course, I would definitely recommend organic brown jaggery because it's also a source of iron. But again, when I'm talking about honey and jaggery, you know, not
We lost you, Drishti.
She has some network issues actually.
Yes, Shobha. Yes. We lost her. So great, Shobha. You want to have any questions, or do you want me to end this because it's already gone for
Yes.
2 hours and 40 minutes?
So yeah, correct. So I think I don't have any questions anymore.
Yes.
So we can call it a day. And I think Drishti is back, so let her complete.
Yes. Great. That's great. Yes, Drishti.
Umesh, can you hear me? I'm
Now
very
you're yes. No one.
Okay. So when I talk about honey, you heard everything that I said, right?
Yeah, you got logged off in between, and now you
Right.
just.
So where dates are concerned, you have soaked dates, of course, not more than 2 because that also is good amount of calories. And when I say about honey and jaggery, it's also a form of sugar. So make sure you don't have more than 1 teaspoon, but you don't need to totally eliminate it. But yeah, if you talk about other sources that have refined sugar like your cakes, your pastries, cookies, biscuits, then remember it's not only sugar, but it's also a lot of fat, which is not good fat. So if you're consuming sugar in those forms, definitely not. And I would like to say one more thing over here. If we are saying no sugar, that doesn't mean you're going for sugar free. Because if there's any packet which says sugar free, it should not even be in your house.
Very true. Very true.
Very true.
Excellent.
Because studies actually have linked sugar free directly to cancer. So it's not advisable and not recommended at all.
Besides, they also spike up your cravings for all the wrong junk foods.
Totally.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, what an insightful and wonderful panel we have today. We're blessed to have all of you and all the wonderful insights that you have shared. So thank you so much. And over to you, Shobha, to give your vote of thanks, please.
Yes. So I really thank Sandeep, Drishti, and Anjali for the wonderful session. Sandeep, we will soon join your class. And I think Anjali and Drishti, they need to be in sync with each other so that I think she can add more value to Anjali's numbers and the vice versa, so that people get a lot of benefited with that. And yes, it was a wonderful session and hope to see you soon back for Wow Sindhi Iconic Awards coming up. So Pradeep wants to say something, I think. He is on camera. Pradeep, can you hear me? Okay, he's off camera. So yeah, thank you so much for the day. A wonderful session indeed. And thank you so much, Umesh, for always being here and hosting the WOW webinars with the WOW Umesh. Always.
Thank you so much.
It's really wonderful to have you. And really, it like everyone knows, and most of them know that my mom is not well, so off and on I need to switch. So that is why I trust Umesh with his work, and so he is always there to help me out and take over the sessions. So thank you, Umesh. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Drishti and Anjali, for being there.
Thank you for
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.